is the title? Oh, okay, cool. So we're live now, right?
Yes, we are live. Yes.
Nice to be here.
Okay, so what's up, everybody's? This is your Cosmic Homegirl, April, and I'm here with a special guest to talk about Taurus Life, hashtag Taurus Life, okay? So I'm here with Astro Dee. What's up, Astro Dee?
Hey, April. Thank you so much for inviting me to this spontaneous Saturday night astrology meetup. I really appreciate it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the vibe.
So, Dee and I are both astrologers, of course, and we're both Tauruses. We're both Taurus sun signs. So, we just had a little random chat that we just decided to do. I mean, today Mercury is conjunct Uranus. Mercury is communication. Uranus is randomness. So we just came up with this little idea to get together and talk about the Taurus life. What's it like being a Taurus? Taurus compatibility, Taurus everything.
And I appreciate you making the point that, yes, no, thank you. Astrology is about awareness here, and thank you for making me aware. Mercury did conjunct Uranus, which is where this randomness did come from. So I'm like, damn, I don't do lives. I haven't done them in a long time. So yes, thank you, April. Yes, for the inspiration today to go live.
Yeah. So, all right. So I don't know. Since this is so random, we don't really have too much of a plan. It's just a chat. You guys are hanging out with us casually. So, I don't know. Let's just talk about that Taurus life. Hashtag Taurus life.
Hashtag Taurus life. So we got some Taurus moons here. I got Instagram up as well on AstroDee stars on Instagram. And we got some Taurus moons in the house. So really, we could also talk about when there's some planets go into Taurus. What is the function of these planets as well, right? When they go and head into Taurus. But, even just on a basic level, right? Who's a Taurus that you know? I'm a Taurus. That's what we said. Our son was in Taurus. I know one famous person whose birthday was recent, which was Rosario Dawson. That's a Taurus. April, you got some. I know you got some Tauruses in your back pocket.
Of course. Janet Jackson, my all-time Taurus idol. My Taurus idol of the world, Miss Janet. Yes.
Right. Malcolm X. I remember Malcolm X was a Taurus.
Yeah.
Jay Leno. I read that in the Guinness Book of World Records. Jay Leno was a Taurus.
Oh, word.
Yeah, he's a Taurus. Who else is a Taurus that for sure? There's so many. And somebody hardcore. Yeah, Hitler. Straight up. Hitler was a Taurus.
Okay, I don't really like to claim him, okay, because exes have compared me to him, and I don't like that because it's not true.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
That's how you get mad and you start talking like that. Like I told you not to do that. Oh shit.
Yeah, my way or the highway. You know what I'm saying? Just kidding.
And you just know you're right though. And it's, you kind of want to be like, because I am right. I'm grounded to this earth, whatever sign you are, and I know. And we're just talking about here, sun, right? We're talking about these people in sun. So, thinking about how it transforms when it's going into the Mercury. Mercury is entering Taurus this week, everybody. Quite interesting.
Yep. I think on the 13th of May 13th. That's tomorrow. Oh, snap.
It is?
Yeah.
I feel like that energy. I needed this though. I think I need Mercury to be in Taurus, slow me down a little bit.
Oh my gosh. I've been so done with Mercury and Aries. I mean, no disrespect to our Aries followers, but you know what? Mercury rules driving, and it's been conjunct Uranus, it's been square Pluto, it's been square Saturn. People have been nuts with the driving. Last night, I drove by a car that was on fire. I kid you not, the whole front of it was whoosh, just up in flames. And I was like, I don't know whether to drive slow or fast. I don't want it to blow up. So I think I'm going to speed up.
Right, Mercury being in Aries ruling fire. Just for my Instagram peeps that's on, if you want to check this out on YouTube, go to Cosmic Homegirl and you can see the full video, what's going on, this back and forth here we got about Taurus, all about Taurus. But that was deep though. Yes, Mercury rules the transportation and how we're moving. And it's in Aries, which is this fire sign, causing these mashups and issues here. And also arguments, petty ass arguments, straight up. You know what I mean? Just being petty for no reason.
Yes,
this Mercury thing. But it's going into Taurus now. Yeah. So would you say, April, that this is a little more peaceful area or neutral? What would you say?
Mercury and Taurus, yes, because, you know, Mercury is how we're all going to be communicating as a collective to a certain degree. For some signs, it may be more subtle than others as far as feeling the effects, but it is slower paced. So more faster paced people, maybe fire and air signs may get a little more annoyed because people are going to be, oh my gosh, you know, I was watching the Breakfast Club interview with Azalea Banks yesterday, and she has Mercury and Taurus, and I was reading all the comments. Of course, they were all hate, but one person's like, she talks so slow. Oh my God, I can't stand it. And to me, I have Mercury and Taurus, so I'm like, she talks normal.
Yeah. And you know what? That's kind of what I thought. I had dated Mercury and Taurus, and I used to think that. And it's not it. It's the words are calculated. The words are you know, you're feeling these words that you are about to say. So you say it, and you say it with feeling, and there's a body to that, to these words. I'm saying,
they are. Yeah, it's true. They are more calculated. We think about what we're going to say before we say it. And therefore, you know, we especially in our society in the US, it's so fast paced. The US's birth chart has Mars and Gemini. And so there's like this heavy Gemini-esque energy with our whole country of like, keep it moving with communication, with technology, with everything. And so that's why everything's fast paced. Like I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and a lot of the most popular YouTubers, they talk fast. And I'm like, oh my gosh. They're like, and I'm like, okay, let me watch it again.
Right. Let me watch it again. And then that's everybody trying to fight with this sustained attention to keep everybody else's attention who's moving. Everybody's brain is like, you know, I look at the audience retention, you know, sometimes with the videos, I'm like, damn, you know, you want to make a 2-minute video? All right, fine. I'll make a 1-second video about signs and everything. And then we go. Everybody watch the whole video. Right?
It's so true. It's so true. Looking at the YouTube statistics and stats, even if you usually do like my live streams are usually an hour or more. And then, you know, the average time that people watch your videos is like 7 minutes because nobody has an attention span.
So this area, so we talk about the attention span to bring it to how it slows down a little bit. And yes, it's a little bit more frustrating for the people that have the communication in Aries, right? And all it is, you know, all it takes is just to take a breath. When I was a kid, my mom was like, you stop. You think about with her Mercury's in Taurus. She says, you stop, take a step back and think about what you're going to say. Man, and I was doing that, actually, like taking a step back, and people were like, what the hell? And my mom's like, no, you just say what you need to say. But, you know, that's what you do with the Mercury in Taurus. Think about it. Now, that Mercury in Taurus is stubborn as hell, April. You stubborn? Yes. You stubborn like that?
Yep.
Because you sun, right? Yes. Oh, these stubborn people.
Yes.
You know, take it, girl. So how do you deal with the stubborn Mercury in Taurus?
Well, you know, now after having studied my own birth chart for years and being open to change and adaptability while still keeping my own essence of self, I have learned to be more flexible. and less stubborn, but I still have some stubbornness. Okay, yes, I do. Like, I will really hold on to my opinion in some situations, mostly within my personal relationships. That's how I am. Like, if something, okay, earth signs could be very logical, especially with their Mercury. So I am very logical, although there are parts of my chart that allows me to have big imagination, but Mercury is like the core of like your thinking and stuff. So I'm very logical. And when something doesn't make sense and I know it lacks logic, then I'm going to stand firm in it. Like, are you serious? Where's your evidence? How does that make sense? And other Mercury signs that I'm close to, they get all their words get jumbled and they're like, why do you always think you're right? And I'm just sitting here with my Mercury and Taurus like, but I am right. There's logic
in that. So what I will do with my jacked up Mercury is if I get a date and I'm confused and I don't know what's going on, I'm going to ask you about it. And you're going to pull the logic and you're going to say, no, Risha, don't go there. I'm like, but you know, I think it's this way and I think it's that way because I'm rushing, you know what I mean? I'm rushing through it. And it's like, no, this is the one, it's the one. And he's like, no, Risha, no. And that's that careful, meticulous thought of Taurus. And not as meticulous as Virgo, I say, but it's this thought, this steady, slow wins the pace kind of thing idea here with the Taurus sign.
Yeah, wait, hold on. What sign is your Mercury in again?
It's in Aries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in Aries.
So it's
it's
more quick.
In the worst way, but it's maturing, okay? It's getting better, right? Like I said, I grew up, I was raised by a Mercury in Taurus, and even still, she makes me slow it down on purpose. Like, she'll know what I supposed to say it again. They'll be like, cause so-and-so, say it again one more time. I'm like, oh my God. And yes, it's the Aries in there that is, like I said, I think every time, you know, Mercury goes into Aries or you have a retrograde within where your Mercury is, I think that's when, you know, it matures. You know what I mean? It goes to the next, but if you wanted to, if you're working towards that, but it should mature and get better and better. We transform these charts, you know, we make them, we evolve, we transcend.
Word. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, see, the difference between our charts is I have the Sun, Venus, Mars, and Mercury all in Taurus. And you only have the Sun in Taurus, right? Everything else is kind of scattered out.
There's one more other, it's just an asteroid. But yeah, I just got two, okay? I only got two. But you know what the thing about just having two in Taurus and having everything in fire, right? It's like, or a lot of planets in fire, it's like, there's so much of me that wants to go fast. And me and April were supposed to, speaking to everybody talking to YouTube on the Cosmic Homegirls channel, we're doing the live. I've been trying to do a live with this woman for the longest time. And I'm hyped. I'm ready to go. Like, April, come on, let's do this. Let's do this, April. Yeah. And it's like, so AstroDee wants to go so fast. So I am not fooling you guys full of crap or nothing. AstroDee wants to go fast, but the Taurus in me goes step at a time and one step. So it is tough sometimes, you know, trying to slow myself down in that sense.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. There's an echo.
You got an echo, so you know what that is? I'm trying to do something bootleg here. Trying to be too savvy. No, I'm trying to be way too savvy, so I'm gonna fix it. I think it's because I'm trying to, you don't want to know.
You're trying to bootleg my video?
No.
Wow. Taurus Life, hashtag.
Right. Trying to say be economical, y'all. Trying to be economical. No. I'm just gonna download it and then re-upload type thing. But anyway, so is it better? Is the echo better now?
Yeah, it's gone. We're good.
That was gonna happen too. I was like, you trying to be too high tech. I think the Instagram thing was big enough for me. But so back to this Taurus thing. All right, so we talked about some Taurus characteristics, right? We got the stubborn part of Taurus that's fixed. It's a fixed sign. But you know what? I kind of, somebody described Taurus, especially Venus and Taurus. You know, I talk about Venus. Somebody described it as hedonistic. And I kind of like that. Like hedonistic in the sense of Taurus is very geared to the sensual pleasures. Touch, what feels good, what smells good. So, you know, according to, I guess, all that is holy, they're just like the most sinful sign because they just want to feel it, smell it, taste it, everything that's good. And, you know, and everything that's good and is good for you. So I think, you know, that's what described it. And I thought that was really interesting, which is also leads to why I think they say that the Taurus sign is the most sexual sign.
Really?
Really? Mm-hmm.
Well,
more so than I'm sorry. There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's different resources that have different. You know, I've heard that about different signs that they'll label. Yeah,
sexual the most sign. My opinion, I say Taurus and agree with the source that I was looking at that was talking about the hedonistic side of it was the sense of the body, the physical body of, you know, when you feel something from someone just on the basic sense of the touch and what feels good, you know, and we automatically think Scorpio in a sense because Scorpio, you know, it's a sex sign, rules the sex organs, right? We think the Scorpio sign, but I think Scorpio is more of a mental sex here or a mental kind of a taking of things, you know. So yeah, just going on the material side of the sensual, what feels good, Taurus rules the feel, you know, in that sense. That's why I say Taurus.
Well, I'm a virgin, so I don't know. I don't have any input. I mean, just kidding.
Oh, you in my former life. Yes. I was.
She is innocent, okay?
What would you say is most compatible with the Taurus?
Most compatible. Well, the signs that sextile Taurus, which are Pisces and Cancer, I think they are down with the slow-paced, sensual nature of Taurus. Yes. They can slow down, and because, like you said, we like to experience everything through our senses. You know, like Ferdinand the Bull, stop and smell the flowers and take a long ass time, and that's two water signs. The water signs are, you know, they can be down with the slow pace like us and wait for us and have patience. So I think Pisces and Cancer are safe to say are good matches for Taurus. And of course the earth signs too.
Right.
Yeah,
if you guys go because it gets boring, right? Sometimes, you know, and the two earth signs are just too rooted.
Yeah, it can. Like, yeah, Taurus and Virgo, Taurus and Cap, I think are good, especially Taurus and Virgo because Virgo is the 5th house for Tauruses. But also not, I wouldn't say a good match like for longevity,
right?
Fun and adventure and getting into some BS.
I would up your Virgo piece.
I would say Sagittarius for Taurus because that's our 8th house.
That's true. I kind of like that, the two mixes, because they're both about enjoying. You know what I mean? They both want to have a good time and enjoy the whole situation. And they're both pretty independent in their sense. You know, Taurus is not needy and neither is Sagittarius. So they both could kind of, all right, well, you flow right there and I'll flow right here and we're good, you know? Yeah. So I kind of like that match.
Yeah. It could be.
We were just talking about that. I'm like, why does that match bring? We were just talking about that the other night. That actually led onto this video. Yes, the Taurus Sagittarius kind of flow.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we say Taurus Scorpio opposites ready to kill each other. I don't know about that.
Yeah. That's absolutely true. Even though that is our opposite sign, and traditionally, because that's our 7th house, it's supposed to be the best match. It can be, but you know, Taurus and Scorpio are both so possessive that that's where things can go awry, in my opinion. Is there. But Taurus also, I think the Taurus Sag combo, that's why I said that it could be really passionate, but it is difficult because Sages can't stay their asses in one place. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
And Taurus is like, okay, like for example, okay. So I've had I can't be too loud because
Instagram, I'm on YouTube with Cosmic Homegirl here. Okay, so keep going on this.
So here's the tea. So I dated a Sag and it was hella fun and wild and adventurous. And Tauruses like to stay in one spot. So he was like, let's go here, let's go there, let's drive here, there, let's go out of town. And I was like, okay, this is a whole new world.
You're feeling like a bull out of water or something,
Yeah, it was like, well, I've never been here. I've never done this. The first time going jet skiing and all kinds of wild, adventurous stuff, right? But, where we butt heads is because the nature of the Sag, the half animal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh my God. And then, it's a mutable sign. So it's constantly changing as to where Taurus doesn't want to change. Sagittarius, like, I want to wear this today. You know what? I think I might now. I'm going to wear this. No, wait a minute. I'm trying to. And it's just constantly, and after a while, right, that could make the Taurus quite uncomfortable. Like, Sag, sit your ass down, please.
Yes, sit down. Stay in one spot. I know there was another Sag that tried to ask me out before, but this person was like, from what I was friends with them and they could never stay in one spot and be satisfied. Just in general, it was always like, oh, I miss this city, so I'm going to go there. Home sucks. They go to that city. Oh, I miss home. I'm going to go back home. They go back home. Oh, no, I wish I was somewhere else. They go somewhere else. And while they're somewhere else, they're messaging me, asking me out while they're in another country. And I'm like, dude,
excuse my language.
I'm like, how's that going to work?
Right. It's not going to work. And, on the physical tip with the Sag ascendant, it is quite, as you can see, as everybody knows, it's no secret, it's difficult for me to sit still. I'm constantly moving. And even if I would go to family gatherings and I can't sit, everybody's sitting on the couch and just relaxing. I got to get up. I got to go get something. Now I want to get some juice now. Now I got to go to the bathroom now. Man, I'm going to go get up for no reason and come back down. Yes, this is the Sagittarius, constantly mutable, changeable, moving sign. But we're talking about with this Taurus life now. So we talked about Taurus compatibility. So how about we go through, Taurus signs, and talk about, when the moon is in Taurus, because we already talked about sun in Taurus. So the moon is in Taurus. I always say this is such an enviable moon. I'm so jealous of this lovely moon here in Taurus. It's exalted here, right?
Yes, it is exalted in Taurus because the moon, it does rule like our sense of being comfortable and secure, and Taurus rules being comfortable and secure. So there you go.
Make me feel good. Just listen to you talking about it. Keep going. Tell me more, April. Tell me more.
Okay. So my guy right here, one of my biggest inspirations, Eazy-E, for those who don't know. I think he's a Taurus moon. Now, I'm not gonna, there's like a whole big debate on what is really his actual birth year. Okay. That I did extensive research on. I asked different family members and everything.
Are you serious, girl?
And I got different answers. And I'm like, but I went with my intuition, watching interviews, reading books on him and all that stuff. Anyway, so I'm concluding I strongly believe the Taurus moon fits based on what was said about him by others who spent time with him and everything. So, so I think he's a Taurus moon. And I was reading a book or an article or something that somebody was describing, like hanging out with him. And he went out, he would take these kids out, these kids that wanted to be rappers, take them out to eat. And he would order like a little of this, a little of that, a little of this, a little of that, and all these different drinks and stuff too. And he would take a bite of this, a sip of this, a bite of this. And they asked like, why do you do that? You know? And he was like, well, because growing up, we were lacking in stuff like this. And now I want it all. Like, I just want to experience it all, you know? And to me,
to nurture others as well, right?
Yeah.
To others, your children, that's dope.
Yeah, and then plus he always said that he worked so hard because, well, he had like hella kids, but he said I don't want my kids to want for anything. I don't want them to go without anything, and that's what also keeps me working so hard. And with all those kids, that was a lot of work.
Trying to feed Johnny, Susie, and Lil Jane all at, man, I couldn't do it. Right, not today.
Yeah. But that's a Taurus thing, a Taurus moon thing. I feel is like wanting to be secure, making sure you have food and your family, because Taurus is how you nurture your. I mean, the moon is how you nurture your family and your kids. And so, you know, he didn't want them to be without the basic material things in life that we experience through our five senses.
Yeah, we experience through our. This is a, you know, really, really important thing for Taurus. I even noticed with those five senses, smells are extremely important. If you know someone that is highly Taurus dominant, has a lot of Taurus signs, do not smell some kind of way hanging out with them. And I try to tell people that, like, don't, like, you will see another side of me. I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna be different. If you know, I'm gonna tell you, and it's like, we gotta work it out. There's no compromise here with that. You know,
my God.
Your house smells funny. Don't invite me over. I will bring incense. Because I was just telling you, I was lighting up an incense right before we started this. I gotta do my incense thing. Smelling good with the Taurus thing.
Yes.
So what about, so we already really talked about pretty much Taurus Mercury, because Mercury is going into Taurus. So we hit on that. So Mercury, now you got Mars, right? On this list?
Yeah, Mars in Taurus.
Okay, how we do things, how we move. Now this one's a little frustrating for me here. Your Mars isn't your Mars in Taurus too?
Yes, it is.
See, yeah, the Mars and Taurus. Okay, I'm gonna let you go into this, and I'm gonna come in a little bit after that, because you're Mars, you know this life. Taurus. It's the name of this video.
Hashtag Taurus life to the fullest over here, man.
On the Homegirl YouTube channel too, for my Instagram piece. Say that again. Say that one more time. What you said? Sorry.
I said hashtag Taurus life over here to the fullest, because of all those planets I have in Taurus. So yeah, Mars is how you move basically, and how quickly you do things, and how you handle your anger. So Mars and Taurus, of course, with every Mars sign, it has its advantages and disadvantages. I would say the disadvantages, yeah, I do actually envy other Mars signs a lot of times, because they can just hop and jump and do, but not me. I have to be calculated. I have to say, well, hold on. What about this? And what about that? And it's super calculated before I make a move. And, you know, so actually sometimes it doesn't really bother me to have it, but dealing with other people, they get frustrated, especially when I used to work in regular, like, workplaces.
Yeah, man. Yes, because he's like, listen, and don't you rush me. That is the thing with Taurus. Don't you dare. If you make it seem in any inch of your body that you want them to go faster, they will go slower.
Mm-hmm.
Are you rushing me? Are you rushing? Oh, okay. And okay. So yes, you said in the work environment, it got on their nerves. They wanted these deadlines. They wanted you to do it when they wanted it. And it's like, you know, I got to do it at my own Taurus pace. Oh man.
Yeah, but it's not, yeah, that's true. But it wasn't so much like, oh, I want to purposely go slow. That's not it. It's calculations. I understand that there's processes to things, and they take time. Mm-hmm. And I'm more about quality than quantity. And I really put so much into the efforts that I put out there in whatever the work is. And so when people are like, expecting it to be hot, fast, and ready, like a freaking Little Caesars $5 pizza. Like, and I'm like, no, I am home cooked meal, like in a slow cooker for 8 hours. Leave me alone.
That's right. That's right. And I'm glad that you mentioned that with the Taurus is quality versus, you know, Sagittarius wanting to cover a large, vast amount of land, and, you know, forget the details. I just want to cover everything. And then you got, you know, even Aries, I just want to get it done, get it through. It's finished. What do you mean? It's done. But you got all these spelling errors, but it's done. It's done, damn it. It's the total opposite with Taurus. Taurus wants, and Taurus is about quality. It is the sign of quality. It's ruled by Venus. So you can't come half-stepping with no cheap stuff to a Taurus. And they're not going to give you cheap-ish either. They're going to give you that quality, you know, quality, and especially quality to what planet is ruling Taurus in your sign, and so on and so forth, or lack thereof if it's badly aspected. You know what I mean? If that Mars is screwed up in Taurus, you know, you might be like super, super slow. Like it could be a problem for you too, not just everybody else is getting, you know. So, you know, that's the part of Mars in there. We're gonna go to Jupiter. No, yes, Jupiter, Mars, Jupiter.
Yep.
I'm getting it. All right. Okay. So you lead with Jupiter. No, yeah, Jupiter in Taurus. This is where it's like, okay, this is deep because we're getting on the generational stuff. Now it's getting a little more vaster. Sorry.
Yeah, because Jupiter only transits a sign once every 12 years for those who don't know and who aren't nerds, you know. So, but Jupiter and Taurus. Yeah, what's interesting is both of my kids have Jupiter and Taurus because they're 12 years apart. And so what I noticed is they don't have any other like heavy Taurus influence except their Jupiter. And well, one has Saturn in Taurus, and I was just watching your Saturn in the second house video, and I was like, wow, I'll talk to you about it more later. But I'm like,
okay, cool.
Yeah, my son has that. I'm like, wow, you described him. That's crazy. And it's in Taurus too. But Jupiter in Taurus, though, I've noticed that Jupiter. Okay, I was talking to my astrology buddy Apollonia earlier, and she was like, Jupiter is how you turn up. Okay. And I'm like, okay, Jupiter is how you party, how you celebrate. And I'm like, you know, that makes sense because Jupiter and Taurus, the ones I know very close to me, all about that food, man. All about that food. Parties have to have food at them. They're not happy.
Okay. I'm feeling that. I also Jupiter, where your Jupiter is, this is just hearsay. I don't know. I haven't really quite been able to confirm it, but I do hear where your Jupiter is where your friends are. These are the sign that is probably your bestie, or has potential to be a bestie to you, because, you know, I guess they bring gifts to Jupiter. But I like that. The party is the turn up, and the turn up is food, man. And they scream. Hey, I'm not talking about your son, but you know what I mean? Just saying.
Yeah, no, but yeah, both of them are like that. Like they absolutely love food. I'm like, dude, but they're both, you know, you can't really tell by looking at them, but they love food so much. And they could be kind of stingy with their gifts and with their food and everything else. They can be. It's kind of a stingy Jupiter.
Yeah, I was gonna say this isn't quite. Jupiter can't expand as big as it would probably want to in Taurus. And Jupiter's not, it's not as expansive in Taurus. Taurus is like, nah, man, I'm doing this is for me. A lot of me. You know what I mean? A lot for me. How about that? I'm mixing the whole lot just for me. So, and that's what I do like that about Taurus. Taurus is not necessarily like alone like Capricorn, but Taurus is, all right, I'm cool if you hang, but I could do this on my own. You know what I mean? I'm okay by myself. I'm okay with you there, but I'm okay by myself. So that's the cool part, I think, with Taurus. So yeah, in my take, you know, with Jupiter and Taurus, you know, it's also where our luck is. So with that Jupiter and Taurus, maybe they got a green thumb. Growing things, cultivating things could also really work for you with your Jupiter and Taurus. I think you would have a really nice voice as well. With Taurus ruling the voice and Jupiter, I don't know where did it come. That I think that was more in tune, maybe some type of in tune. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. But I would think that someone with the Jupiter in Taurus does have a nice voice in some cases. So Jupiter, and then we got, why act like I don't know? This is really Saturn. Saturn is next.
Yeah.
This is where it gets with Saturn in Taurus here. So I believe where Saturn goes is where our restriction is, right? Where our restriction in life is. Where is our limitations in life? Our limitations could be lack of food. This person could possibly, deal with issues, could have faced issues of starvation or issues of lack thereof, or, as they get older, they deal with that, eating less, restricted diets, right? See, I'm flowing on it, April. Jump in, double dutch, go.
Yeah, excuse me, I agree with that. So it is where they could be restricted. Maybe speaking of, with my voice going out as a Taurus, Saturn and Taurus people, maybe they have some kind of restriction with their voice, or being able to talk and express themselves fully, because that's what Taurus rules, and Saturn is, so maybe they don't talk as loud too. You know who has Saturn and Taurus? Michelle A. You know how she has that itty bitty little voice? Yeah, I don't remember who did her chart or who I discussed it with, but we had discussed probably Apollonia again, her having Saturn and Taurus. That's probably the voice thing.
It's the total opposite of that Jupiter. We were saying the nice voice, but then that kind of contradicts what I was saying, because I would think with the Saturn, maybe you got an ugly voice. Like, girl, you do not sound cute on the phone. You know what I mean? Like that. With that, it's like, oh, my Saturn is in Taurus. Leave me alone. And it's not that bad. But I would think that does. But with Michelle, she might have some awesome aspects too within that Taurus. Saturn hitting Venus and trining it or something like that too, to kind of bring that on. And then we got Pluto. Pluto in Taurus. Okay. Pluto is where we use our power, where we tend to kind of die and resurrect at times. And this is in Taurus. April, you go first on that one.
Pluto in Taurus. Yeah, that's more of a generational planet. When was Pluto in Taurus? Maybe in the early 1900s or late 1800s. It was in Taurus. It won't be back for, I don't know, I think later in this century or something. But
we don't know anybody with that.
Huh?
We don't even know anybody with Pluto in Taurus. Do we? Do you know somebody who was born in 1900?
Not that's still around. No.
Like 200 years old, right?
Probably, because
like 201. She said her Pluto is in Taurus. Yeah, right. No. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Uranus in Taurus. The baby's born now.
Oh my gosh.
The baby's born now have Uranus in Taurus. I got a little baby that was just born in my family, little Madison. She is like mad. She was born when we were going through, like Saturn was going through the galactic center. Remember around that time at Christmas? Everything was like Capricorn. Venus was in Capricorn. All these planets were in Capricorn. It was crazy. Hold on. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
She's like, what the hell, Dee?
Oh, no. Well, I'll look at the chat really quick. So, okay. A. Sturk, what's up? Says, Taurus rising boyfriend is so touchy-feely, and my Aquarius rising struggles with it. Yes, because Aquarians are more like...
Touch him back. Yeah, no, I said touch him back, touch him back. No, I heard that part when I was in the kitchen. Okay.
I know. Don't be scared. Like, you can, you have hands too for a reason. I mean, yeah, I know how Aquarians are. It's like, ew, human things. I don't do them. I do not do human things.
I don't know. I can't do it. I need the Taurus in me wants to touch on you and do all those things. Also for my Instagram peeps, if you got any questions, we're doing some questions now, right? Because we've went through all the signs. We talked about compatibility. We talked about famous Taurus. So now we can answer your Taurus questions as well. So this person's was a Taurus, and they said that their Aquarius lover was like, don't touch me kind of thing. And they were just like, damn.
It's the person is an Aquarius rising, and they said that their Taurus rising boyfriend is so touchy-feely. and they struggle with it as being an Aquarius.
They squared too, those two planets.
Yes. Yep.
They do. That's a tough one.
It's a challenge, but I don't know. Sturk, do you have any other planets in maybe Earth or water signs or Earth or water houses, or like where's your Venus at? You know, maybe we could.
Yeah, how is that working?
Yeah, we would have to look at that to see how you guys can find a middle ground with you being like this and then being like this.
They wanted you for a reason. There was a connection. So I got somebody that says on my Instagram, I have Taurus in the 5th house. What can I look forward to with Uranus in Taurus? Taurus in the 5th house. I was about to rock my 5th house. That's where I got excited for it, because I was like, yes, finally. What changed that area? Damn. You know, can we switch to romance, right? That's because I'll start with that part. And you know, there's so much to the 5th house, but one part of the 5th house is romance. And this, for this person, it's like you will, maybe if you haven't had a date in a while, it's time to get a date. Maybe if you want to date, you know, someone outside of your race and you've never, or, you know, just someone foreign, totally weird, strange, do it. Might have a great time. Absolutely. Kids may start acting strange, doing weird stuff too. And it's just, but it's for a time. You know, it's like 5 years. 5 years, April?
8.
Oh, you know, I did a video and I said, excuse me, because I'm trying not to curse on these videos. I did it and I said 5 years on my video. I got to write in the comments like, no, it's 8. It's 8 years.
Yeah, it is a total of 8.
And can you think about what you've experienced these past 8 years that have gone by? Like, damn, you know, 8 years have passed. And it was in Aries. What was I doing? Right?
Yeah,
like,
what were you doing?
What were you doing? I mean, it was in the 4th. So, you know, moving, a lot of moving. It constantly, you know, in the beginning. And I noticed, I think in the beginning of the sign is, I think when you feel it the most, when it's like the beginning to middle, that peak, you know, rising to the peak of the situation, and you just start feeling it more and more and more. But what else you got on the Uranus and 5th for this lovely Aquarian Pisces that just asked this question?
Well, the 5th house is also hobbies and like creative talents that you may have. So you can get into some of those, and especially because Uranus rules technology, maybe if you have any that require technological devices and gadgets and stuff, you can really be into those at that time. Yeah, that could be fun. That's what I did when Uranus was in my 5th house. I did everything. I did all of that stuff. Creative talents, hobbies, gadgets.
Little gadgets and stuff, and create little robots and whatever. No, I mean, you know what I mean? You could, Scorpio is sending, you can have a whole bunch of stuff in your closet. Yeah, new games, new fun ways. You can have a whole bunch of stuff in your closet.
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. Cosmic Homegirl on YouTube for the people that are just joining. It's starting to get some more people on this live. Thank you. But so with this Uranus and Taurus vibration, I like love, fear it. I don't fear it, but I'm, you know, that anxiety, a little anxiety, like, damn, you know, just change, period. You know, and that's the Taurus, you know. What about you? Are you feeling like, damn, do you get nervous when stuff is about to drastically change? Do you feel like, because there's a lot of fixed?
Yeah, to a degree, yes, I do. Yeah, because of all the Taurus energy that I have personally. So, and you know, Taurus energy, it is fixed. It is very grounded. It doesn't really like surprises and big changes because we like to be comfortable where we're at. And if we're shaken out of our comfort zone, it can throw us off track for a long time when it comes to regular life stuff and make us feel insecure. And then we're like, you know, that's when we get to feeling like that. But, you know, but I'm actually looking forward to it as well. Just because.
Oh, you feeling strange? Because it's on your ascendant, so you feeling kind of strange. Well, and when I say kind of strange, because I think I see strange, the word is a positive thing. But when I say strange, I think, you know, natively, you know, you just always feel strange. you know, when you have your ascendant. So how does it feel coming to your ascendant? Or, you know, not even on a personal, let's take it from the personal life, just saying to one, when one has it on their ascendant, you know, what, you know, you change your hair, you change your style, everything. So April, we're going to see some drastic changes from you. I'm excited already.
Yes, girl, I'm going to shave all this off. Okay, I'm going to shave it all off.
April's going to shave my head, everybody. Everybody just take it, shave it. Like, hey, you know, she told me her Uranus was in Taurus and Uranus was on her ascendant, and sorry, you know, this is just what happens. And I can't wait. Have you had any ideas to do anything like that? Not like that, but you know.
Oh, besides being bald. Well, yes, I have been feeling the buzz because technical nerdy stuff with degrees and everything. My Mars is in a very early degree of Taurus, and with Uranus in the late degrees of Aries, it's still kind of buzzing. Like, here's my Mars and Uranus, you know. So I've still been feeling it from afar, and Mars rules my ascendant as well because it's Scorpio. So I have been looking at different clothes online. I usually don't like to shop online because Taurus, we have to touch and feel things, right? And try them on.
Smell good and feel, yes. Try it on. Does it fit right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I fit in this?
Yeah. So I don't really dig the online clothing shopping thing, but I've been looking at clothes online, all these different sites, and saving them and planning for when I can just throw my whole closet out and just start fresh and just come out in all these space alien suits and all this stuff. So yeah, that's
mega stuff going on, you know, with it hitting Mars. Damn, it's gonna hit my son, but not for like probably maybe later in the year, maybe next year sometime. But you, and the same thing, I think we might have like a bam, like boom, we both explode, me and April, because that is heavy. That's unexpected. You know, that's a sudden whatever, rise, fall, left, right. It's just a sudden and change at that point.
Yeah.
So I'm checking out when to get the Instagram. Somebody said they're enjoying us together, April. That we're making them laugh. And the site is on YouTube. Where I'm on YouTube, Instagram at Cosmic Homegirl. I'm the guest tonight, having a good time with April here. April, what are your peoples in the chat saying? We got any more tourists?
Yeah, there's a couple of more comments. Scorpio here, in love with a Taurus with a Scorpio moon. Aw, so Scorpio. Okay, so if you're a Scorpio sun and they have a Scorpio moon, I think that's a decent match. Of course, the whole rest of the chart matters, but there's a sense of understanding there, I think.
Yeah, it could work. It could work.
Somebody says, yay, YouTube vibe. Well, I'm cooking for 2 Taurus moons right now. House smelling like roast.
You know what's weird? You know what's weird? I got an issue with that. I don't like my house to smell like food. I don't like it when the house, no, it doesn't, like eggs or whatever, when people cook the meat or whatever. I haven't been eating meat, but it's like that smell. I don't want my room especially to smell like food. I can't sleep or something. Strange.
Yeah, I hear you on that. We're particular about smells. Like, okay, so I don't mind if the house smells like certain foods. Like, okay, if we're baking some brownies, or like on my shirt, if there's pho cooking in the house, it's fragrant with spices and everything. Oh my gosh, it smells good because it's not just like a meat smell. It smells like fragrant and sweet at the same time.
Herbs and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't mind that, but yeah, like my husband likes to barbecue and leave the door open, and then the smoke comes in and it smells. Yeah, I don't really dig that. So we're particular.
Right, just particular. I don't want to walk in a restaurant and it doesn't smell right in the restaurant. I'm more of a smell person. You forgive me, you know, whoever I decided to be with. What about Leo moon and Taurus moon together? So that's a squared moon. Those are 2 squared moons, aren't they? Leo and Taurus here. So these people, they can't really feel each other out sometimes. sometimes the one person it's like, I just don't get you emotionally. You know, I don't know what the rest of the chart is going on, but at least on that level with that one issue, there's a tightness or a, you know, an uneasiness there emotionally, right? You agree?
Yeah, I do, because I think the Taurus moon person would look at the Leo moon like, what are you doing? When they throw their little tantrums and they're like,
dramatic, yeah.
And the Leo moon would be like, you need to follow me around and apologize and bow down to my feet and kiss my pinky ring. And the Taurus moon's gonna be like, nah, man, I'm not down with that. Like, what is the point of all this drama?
I you know, and then or it's like, you know, you don't. I knew I had a friend and he was a Taurus moon, and I happened to be a Leo moon. Everybody knows my chart now. Oh my God, I feel naked. But no, it's like, you know, and I a Leo moon, and I used to go through that. But what I admired so much about it was that he always remained steady. When I would be, you know, losing it, going crazy, doing my thing, homeboy was always like on point with his stuff, you know, and I appreciated that easy moon, that steady, easy moon, because, man, I used to go dramatic, and he would just be like, I understand. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. So, you know.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. You got
any more for him, April?
What's that?
You got any more for him? Any Taurus stuff? What you want to do here from here? Time. I don't even know how long we've been on here, actually. I was just noting about it. It's like a conversation. Hey. My Instagram died. So sorry, Instagram people. My phone died.
Yeah, it says live video paused. Aww. Okay. Taurus moon will take forever to get over something. Yeah. Okay. In the chat, let me see what else are they saying. Oh, we're okay. Thank you. They said we're both so funny. It's Mother's Day, and they better have my lamb roast from a Venus and Leo Virgo Sun Cat Moon.
Lamb roast. Oh my God, lamb. I try to eat it like once a year, but I love it. And I'm trying to do this vegetarian thing, and it's just like, oh, but I love lamb.
Okay, so that's another Taurus thing. Taurus rule, Tauruses, we savor food. Like, we don't just, and just shovel things and don't, like, food is an experience for Taurus.
Yeah.
I mean, the texture, the smell, the flavor, the everything. And I find as a Taurus, I love rich foods. And I know other Tauruses, we like our food to be rich.
Yeah.
We like it to be, look, my mouth's all watering now. I'm all like Wendy.
I had a couple people in chat making me hungry. Everybody's making me hungry because this is this Taurus conversation. This is right. We're doing the right thing, April. We are on track. We are on track. If you're hungry, you got hungry at least twice watching this video. He's doing the right thing. Yeah. A couple times I'm like, damn, it's late, but I could use.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so food is an experience. It's an experience. And you know what? So, for example, like my husband knows that I don't like no dried up ass food. It has to have, if there's a sauce that goes with something, it has to have a lot of sauce. Okay. It's you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. You got the sauce, girl. I'm gonna call you that from now on because you the
sauce.
Yeah.
The sauce. So I was gonna ask you, as a Taurus, with usually the nature of our sign with food, loving rich food and stuff that's usually not the healthiest for you, how has your journey to be a vegetarian been, with especially being ignited by smells of food that you can't have sometimes?
To my face, I'm getting like real serious now, right? Like, oh my God, like why are you taking me there? This isn't therapy. What do you mean? I have to talk about my journey? I grew up, listen, all right, this goes deeper than Taurus for me. And this is my second house issue, what we take in, right? And a lot of times your amount, like, because you were like, oh, Taurus, we don't just go in. I'm like, shit. So, oh, damn, I'm trying to, but I'm like, man, Taurus with Some other issues might eat like that. Okay. So what's going on in your second house and how you're taking food in. But for me, you asked me a question. You asked me about my journey with it. It's been extremely hard. I grew up as a chubby little girl, okay, that loved food. And I said, you know, I am going to love food forever. This isn't going to change. I was like, but you know, I want to be healthy. So how do I incorporate? So I started exercising so I could continue to eat. And as far as leaving the meat alone, it's not as difficult as once I can find like I make this like walnut ground beef with like pumpkin seeds and barbecue. It looks exactly like ground beef and it tastes like ground beef and things like that can help me. But I need quantity. I like food in quantity, even if it's a huge salad, food in quantity. And that's the Jupiter issue I got going on.
Oh,
so the Jupiter square is going on here. Ex-fatty. And there's nothing wrong with that. Janet, eat.
Yeah. That's I was just curious because as a Taurus myself as well, like I've been watching documentaries and reading up and studying for years on like veganism, vegetarianism, and the effects and the benefits. And I'm like, wow, like the sixth house side of me is all about it. But then all this Taurus energy, I'm like, but what about butter? And what about sweets? And what about
I'm shocked you said butter. What about butter? That's funny. That's my thing is fish. Now I'm more pescatarian because I eat fish and some seafood. That's like my dirty pleasure because you know they're scavengers, you know, where they eat garbage and you eat the garbage they eat. There's so, you know, and the fish, the water's polluted. I think if anything, what helps me as a Taurus is watching, because I like peace, you know what I mean? Let me see some animals, some chickens get tortured on YouTube. Let me watch that and I won't want to eat it. Let me just and I will sit there and I will watch them until I look at a chicken and you can't pay me to eat an egg or a piece of chicken because of the things that I've seen and how they produce it. So that helps.
Yeah, those documentaries, man. I've seen some of them too.
Documentaries, they're deep.
Yeah, they are.
Sidebar, this is sidebar. Is it me? Or you remember like 2008, 9, 10, 11, they used to put like really, really good YouTube videos up. And then all of a sudden they were gone, like those controversial conspiracy videos.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I sure do.
You know.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to just say, and on Netflix.
Netflix had more, you think?
They had some really good documentaries and stuff on there. And I don't know what their deal is, how they select what they take off and what they put on there. But there was some that they had on there back then and then they were gone later. I don't know.
Yeah, like there was some really, anyway, but I'm just saying there was some great ones. But some of the stuff with all the senses, that's also Uranus and Taurus. We're talking about the change in the internet policies, right? and this information that's being put out there, information on health, information on herbs and all that stuff is I could see maybe some being lost. I'm a little nervous about retaining a lot of this health information that's out there on the web these days.
Yeah.
Am I sounding Uranus-y?
Yeah.
Right. Tinfoil hat, lady. I'm gonna wear a tinfoil hat now.
Your tin hat. Oh my gosh. Right. Oh, okay. Hold on. Somebody says, "Oh, hey, what's up?" Deja is here. Says, "I'm trying to eat vegetarian. It's so hard." And Deja, you have your sun in the second house in Cancer, so that's like a double influence of like a food lover. So yeah. I understand. And then
that's a chef too, right there, though. Better make that money with that food.
I would think so. She has to let us know. What do you think?
Chef. You're to cook. Food so good, I pay you.
Yep. Okay. Cyan Sam says, I have a stellium in the second house, but with outer planets, will that make me have similarities to Taurus? I'm also a vegetarian. It could, yes, make you have some similarities to Taurus, but with the outer planets, though, you know what I mean? Like, so there wouldn't be extreme personality traits of Taurus It would be like a little bit at a distance. I don't know if I'm making sense.
More of the intake of a Taurus, because the second house, the value system, second house is more so dealing with, you know, our value systems, you know, what is valuable to us more so than the style of Taurus. Remember, you know, Taurus is a style of the way in which we may do things, you know, the zodiac signs. So the Taurus style of doing things in the second house. The things of the second house. Did I put that right? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dee, that was right. Oh. So.
Yeah, so it does affect your second house and how things are done as far as like money and what you value, and yeah, it can affect your intake of food and your taste in food, your choices in food. It wouldn't really act like a Taurus though, with the outer planets. That's what we were trying to say, I think.
Right. So many millions of words. But you know, because like I like to sum things up sometimes. And I feel you, April. It's like step by step. What do they call, my cousin goes, use your words, slow it, use your word. And I was like, okay, this means this. And understand, and I think it's awesome through astrology, you know, I've been learning this. It's awesome to know how to communicate on other people's levels, you know, how to get down and how to slow it down, or how to speed it up, or how to kinesthetically speak on feelings. When you're talking to a Mercury in Cancer, you know, this doesn't feel right, you know, I don't grasp what you're saying to me, right? Grasp, meaning, you know, even the language can be feely type of language, you know, dealing with whatever sign you're dealing with. So
yeah.
Get on that level, learn the levels and learn how to get on them.
Yeah, definitely. It's very important. Sorry, my kid was just texting me that we got to go pick him up.
You had a kid just text me face. I was like, oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah. No, everything's good. Just got to go pick him up somewhere.
Yeah, no, this is perfect. This is cool. So what did we do? We were on here for like 30 minutes.
An hour.
Get out of here. I didn't even feel like I was talking for a whole hour. No way.
I know. Me either. Just vibing.
Yeah. I know my Instagram was mad because they were coming on. They were starting to creep a little bit on Instagram, but it's all good.
I saw that.
I love it. So, okay, April. So until we meet again, I had a good time. I had a lovely Saturday night. You know, I couldn't have spent it better after the day I had. I had a crazy day. So this was very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, definitely had a nice Taurus chat. And yeah, it just really has me thinking about more Taurus stuff, like especially with Mercury. I wonder if Mercury's already there in Taurus. I don't know. I'll have to look at my ephemeris.
Yeah.
But
you say, what do you say? You say ephemeris?
Yeah.
You say ephemeris.
Ephemeris.
Ephemeris. Yeah, that sounds so like, what the hell is that? Ephemeris. Yeah, you don't know astrology, huh? What's that word? So.
I was thinking about how you were talking about like the whole smell thing, and I was like, yo, like, because I remember when I used to work at a department store, and there was this dude, and he was not the most attractive dude, right? But he always wore this cologne that had the chicks following him around, including me. And then finally I had to ask him, I just have to ask you, what cologne are you wearing? It smells so good. And I think it was like Hugo Boss or something. This was like a long time ago.
Really?
And I was like, word. And then I remember the next boyfriend I had, I bought him that damn cologne. Hugo Boss. I was like, you got to wear this.
Come up and everything. You were like, yeah, this is right. Was it like that?
Yeah, I was like, you got to wear this.
Put this on, put it on. The smells, the tastes, and the feelings, and the vibe. It's a vibe, okay? The vibe, right.
That reminds me, man, you know what? Tomorrow for Mother's Day, I'm going to put in a request, okay, for maybe my husband to make some pho. So the house will smell nice like pho, and it's a whole aromatic experience. So
nice Mother's Day. I'm gonna be with Mama. Okay, so that would be my whole day, and I'm thankful. Well, blessings to the moms out there. You're a mom, right? Yay, Mother's Day. See, I was about to start talking crap. I was like, I made it. I ain't no kid, but no. I was just telling somebody that when a couple years from now that I would like to plan that, and possibly have seasons. I'm like, you can't have kids so that somebody can take care of you when you get old, because that is kind of selfish. But what if you do and you just like treat them right? It's like, I'll feed you. I'll take care of you really well. Just make sure, take care of mommy though. And like raise them to keep reminding you, you're going to take care of me, right? Okay.
That is so, I think that's a Taurus thing.
Why I made
think that's a Taurus thing. It's like, it's only fair. We're ruled by Venus. Venus is all about fairness. Hey, I sacrificed for you all this money and all this time. What you gonna do for me?
Oh, I like that idea though. Just make sure we give and with this, where's the moon? Because you do a lot of moon updates, which is awesome. And I try to, when I do something weird or whatever weird plan I got, I look at the moon and like, okay, is this like in conjunction to where the moon is, right?
Yeah.
Are we on point today with where the moon is? I know with the Mercury, Mercurianus thing.
It is at 22 degrees of Taurus as we are filming this right now, miss.
Very nice. So
yeah.
We're good. Good. This is a new moon today.
We are inching into that phase, yes.
Yes, good. Good. There's a whole bunch of new stuff going on. This Uranus going into Taurus, Mercury's new into Taurus, the new moon, all right, all new in Taurus energy. So I hope I get some new money. That's what I want. I want some new money and honey too, because Taurus rules honey.
Yeah. So we as Tauruses are sending some good Taurus juju out to everybody with all the new Taurus energy coming in,
Get your money,
food and perfume and flowers to all you guys.
Good music. Gotta have good music.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my God. You shouldn't have said music. Now I'm like, I would love to start a whole new conversation about that. That's my thing. But we gotta peace out.
Yeah, you dance too, right? You break dance, and do you still break dance?
No, it's been maybe a decade, and I would actually break something if I did that now. Yes, but I used to, and it was the most fun time of my life. And for the person who asked about Uranus in the 5th house, that's what I did the whole time Uranus was in my 5th house.
Out of here.
Yeah, the whole time. Yeah, I was dancing, doing the B-girl thing. It was the most fun ever in my life. So
that is dope.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to just keep creating, man. I did a painting. I got back here, but it's on one of my videos. This painting I did, and I'm just gonna paint myself crazy this whole time and see what comes out of it. With this Uranus 5th house energy.
Yeah, you should. And even if you don't really get to profit from it, it's still things that make your heart happy and that make your soul happy. It's the 5th house, like the heart chakra and everything. So it's just doing those things that make you feel good. So
heart chakra. Take care of the heart.
You know what?
In here.
And you know what? Now that you were talking about dancing, I'm like, Uranus is gonna hit up all my Taurus. I've been thinking about getting back into it for real. One of my old little crewmates were the same age, and she's been messaging me like, we gotta get our crew back together. I'm like, dude, what movie is this? Like,
hit me up about drums as well. And I played drums for a long time. and I don't really play now. You know, I'm where the Taurus in me is like, is it making me some finances here? Is it practical right now? And the drums wasn't, but you know, hit me up like, girl, come play it. I'm just like, I got no time for that. But it made your heart happy, didn't it? When you were doing it, you got time to make your heart happy, right?
Yeah. So, and you know what? And you never know with Uranus. So with it creeping up on your sun, maybe you can just get a buzz to like want to start playing again. You never know.
Yeah, man. I really want to make a video of painting and playing at the same time, but I packed up my drum set and I can't do it. But
Uranus is going to tell you to unpack it.
Unpack it, right? And just sit in the corner like, you guys, look on YouTube. Look at me. I'm painting and playing.
You should. And I'll go get my my Adidas pants. And
if you do that, I'll do. Yo, if you break dance on your video, I will get my set out and I will try to play and paint.
You got to play Apache, and I'll bust out. I'll do a little top rock or something.
Where does Apache go?
Huh?
You say it. Talking about Apache. What you mean?
Apache by Incredible Bongo Band. Is that the name? The song Apache.
Hum it or something. Hum it for me.
Really? I'm gonna embarrass myself. Oh well, Uranus and Taurus life. Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah! Jump on it.
But it's not jump on it. It's the OG original Apache Incredible Bongo Band.
Original.
Yes, look up the original. It is sick, man. The drums are freaking dope. You gotta listen.
Yeah, because it's more detailed because it's the original track, so the drums are more intricate in that one.
Yes, right? It's the ish, man. You know who sampled it? Nas and Made You Look.
Oh yes, oh yes. I love Made You Look. That was my favorite workout song on the Taurus. Yeah, that was my favorite workout jam. But what were we talking about? Damn it, I lost my track of thought. Never mind.
I don't know. We were talking about all kinds of randoms, man.
Yeah, I know. Yes, it's my fault. I know you're organized. You have an organized way, but I just, you know, today was a very, it's been like that for like a couple days for me. It's been kind of strange. I think it could be the Uranus energy kind of flowing up because I have been a little strange the past couple days. It's all good though.
Yeah, everybody has. It's been fun. I think it's fun. Uranus energy is mad fun. Oh my god.
Too.
Yeah.
That's comedy, definitely. Right. Uranus and Mercury together is it's laughing and being shocked because a part of comedy is a surprise. You know what I mean? You know, that like what the hell, and the truth in it. The funniest things are the most jolting, truthful things that people say, you know, in comedy. So that's good. I love me some comedy. As you can see, we got to do our skits, April.
We do. We do. Oh my gosh.
Where we could really, you know, talk about these lives, this Taurus life, and go into depth and really show you how the Taurus life works.
Yep.
All right. So good.
Well, I got to peace out. I got some mom duties. But thank you, Dee. Thank you for coming through with this random Taurus life chat. Thank you for everybody who came through on her Instagram and my YouTube. And make sure you drop your info so everybody can go check out your YouTube and your social media platforms.
Thank you. Thank you. You can check me out on AstroDee Stars on YouTube and at AstroDee Stars 5 on Instagram. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I think, you know, I'm going to tell you a secret, which is not a secret now, but I do get a little nervous doing lives. So I so much prefer, you know, it's this paranoia. I'm scared I'm going to drop the phone and you see my sandals, you see me, I'm in my boxer shorts, pajamas. I'm like, no, I got my makeup on and everything, and I dropped the phone. I'm like, oh shoot, oh my God, I just cut it off. That is my fear. So like, I just I avoid live a lot because of that.
Wow. Well, you did dope though. You did awesome. You did awesome. And yeah, thank you for coming on. Yeah, people are saying they enjoyed the live stream. Thank you guys. So
yeah, and leave comments. Let us know what you think. If you want us to come back, or if whatever topic that you want us to talk about again, let us know in the comments section.
Word. Yeah, we just had to come on here because, you know, we're both Tauruses. We just wanted to explain ourselves, explain the energy in the air, since you guys are all going to be basking in it.
Yeah, deep, deep. You know, it's unfolding, and it was also the ascendant matchup too. I'm like, man, we make an awesome like duo. We gotta get up on here and show the people. And we knew this a long time ago. Remember Astro Geeks, right? Astro Geeks was off the chain. That was fun when we were doing the podcast.
Yeah, it was good times. So we're kind of reviving it a little bit.
Say that again. Say that again.
Oh, I said, yeah, it was good times. We're kind of reviving it a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I will tell you a little secret. My Mercury in Aries couldn't handle it. I was like, I got to go. I can't. I'm just like all over the place. And everybody is like so organized. I would lose it. It's like, I gotta go. And so that's what happened to me on yes. If you think about it, April, you'll really look back, because I'm not gonna go in detail, but if you really think, you're gonna be like, yeah. She was
wow.
My brain
fooled me then, because your Taurus energy was so. I said you fooled me then because your Taurus energy was so mellow. I was like, man, her voice is dope. She sounds so mellow and like composed and everything. So now I'm seeing the Mercury in Aries, and I'm like, oh,
be on fire. Don't catch me on a night. You caught me on a night and a time. So you know, perfect timing for a live video. Definitely.
Word up. All right. Well, yeah.
So maybe we get Apollonia on here. I said maybe next time we get Apollonia on here. See what's up.
Yes. We need to bring her on for the comedy and the dope insights.
We do. All right. I'm gonna let you go, girl. This is like a regular conversation, because that's how I'll be like, okay, girl. But you know what? No. Okay, we'll get back. See you later.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us with our random rambling about Taurus life. And I hope you enjoy. And I'll be back soon to talk about the new moon in Taurus and Uranus in Taurus and everything. So just stay tuned for that. But yeah, thanks again, Dee. And we'll see you guys another time.
Bye-bye. Peace out.
Peace.